So what's happening today is really the first of a series of seminars to showcase the use of the behaviour change wheel to reducing gender-based violence. It's particularly exciting because I think this is the first time that this approach has been used to addressing this issue or within a human rights framework. And it's great to hear people who have been trained in the approach and applying it on the ground in their own community, to hear about the successes that it's brought, to understand some of the challenges of implementing it and to work together to try and understand those challenges and hopefully overcome them.
The behaviour change approach used by ActionAid Ireland is one that has been developed by Professor Susan Mickey, who works in University College London, and it looks at three components that every behaviour needs in order to be able to function, and you need to work on those three components in order to influence any behaviour. So those three parts are capability, opportunity and motivation. This behaviour change approach is also an adaptive programme because we're looking at behaviours, we're doing our diagnosis of behaviour, we're designing our interventions, but also we're adapting as the context requires.
Most of the audience were the development sectors, students from academic sessions. So it's been a very good opportunity for all of us, including us as a practitioners, to the learners, that how behaviour change approach influence change for a long term or for sustainability to reduce the problem.
I think today's public engagement was very important to the program, basically because behaviour change approach was practiced more in the medical field, but now coming to the development world, I think that will also inform how we work in development organizations. Today has been an opportunity to lay the ground on what can change in our community and what are the approaches that we can bring into place, and bring the aspect of research, how interventions can be informed by diagnosis. For me, that is a big win because it continues to encourage us not to jump into the end result, but to have an in-depth analysis and diagnosis of the behaviors that we need to change.
We'll see a lot of women really realizing their own potentials, especially those from the marginalized communities, and I hope to see them in leadership positions once they realize their potentials and really bypass the physical as well as the social barriers that really results in their discrimination. We'll be able to see them flourish, both in terms of economic as well as in terms of their socioeconomic status within their communities.